In the whole of the UK, there's only 2 Indian restaurants that hold 2 Michelin stars. Now that's Gymkhana, which is in London, which I've been to, and I've got to say I did really enjoy. And here in Birmingham, Opheem. I had a great time in Gymkhana, and I'm hoping I'm going to have a wonderful time here at Opheem as well. It is a little bit damp, so let's get inside, and as always, let's give it a go. 2, oh, here you go, Michelin, 2 Michelin stars. So we've come inside. It reminds me a little bit of Heston Blumenthal's, where it's kind of an event. So we're coming in, we're sitting in this not a bar area, we're just sitting in this area, just relaxing. And they give quite a few canapes. I'm not going to go through everything line by line. It's basically a palate cleanser, but I'm going to take pictures and show you afterwards what it's all about. But this is to get you going. It's your starter. So it's like warming up for a sprint. Actually, it's not a sprint because this is quite a long meal. So you're warming up for your mile race. Cheers. Cool. A little bit of chili. Apple. Whoa. That's got the taste buds going. The lady weaved her magic. I'll pick this up. It's nice and hot. Just wondering what it tastes like. No, you thought I was going to eat that then, didn't you? Just. There we go. Magic. Okay, so we've moved upstairs. Oh, wow. Wow. Open plan kitchen. Lots of space between the tables, which I really like. And I'll tell you what I like even more is the owner is here working behind the counter. You don't often see that. And I think it's a nice touch. There's quite a few people behind there. Let me just run through the canapes and just tell you what I had very, very quickly. So I started off with the apple shot, which had cucumber and chili. That livened up the palate, then moved straight on. And the presentation on this was beautiful. The oyster, and again, it followed nicely because it had apple in there, oyster emulsion, a little bit of caviar, and that chili kick right at the end. So yeah, then the beautiful mango crisp. It's mango, it had, again, a tiny hint of chili, cornflowers, and it was sweet and just beautiful, delicate and beautiful. The macaron then followed with a duck liver parfait, gold leaf on top there, but what made that was the date and onion chutney. Absolutely delightful, but the star was the crab crumpet. Just wonderful. It's kind of a 2-course there because you had the sea bass, which was cured, which is just as well, so it means it's not ill anymore. And the mango sauce. The taste buds are really, really livened up and ready to rock and roll. I've gone for the 5-course tasting menu. Can't wait. I genuinely can't wait. We start off the shiso leaf pakora. It's a take on your poppadom. In here, we have 3 different. We have mint at the top. What else do we have? I just want to dive down and see. Oh yeah, we've got mango in there. Let's get it on. So what the chap turned around and said, pick it up. I'm looking on the tree outside. There's absolutely nothing on that tree outside. I wonder where they got it from. Let's put it all on. I knew that was going to happen. I'm really sorry. That's outrageous. A tiny little, I just want to show you, just little flecks. It's chili. And again, it's not like the usual Gary Wuss. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. It's the best poppadom I've ever tasted. The nicest pakora. And the dips just work brilliantly. And it's right. Just get all three, mix it up, put it on the pakora, and enjoy. And I am enjoying. I thought the adventure had begun, but it hasn't. So, I have the 5-course tasting menu here. Gajar. That's what I've got next, which is tandoori, sand carrot, lentil pakora, mint and coriander. I'll run through everything as we're running along. In fact, at long last, the adventure, how many courses have I had so far? 6? Oh, just mad. Mad.
Right, so this course, so what we tend to do is we not only celebrate the British season and British seasonal ingredients, we also, as you've noticed, from noticing on the menu, we go from different regions across India as well. So this one's built all around Lucknow cuisine, so almost, the decadence of the beautiful carrot korma that we're serving with it, with the nice marinade that goes over the tandoori carrot. So they did a very much part and parcel of a Lucknow cuisine. So we've got the sand carrot there. We work with all the parts of it. So the carrot itself, it's basically marinated, roasted with the spices finished off over charcoal. With the peel that comes off the outer part of the carrot, we turn it into almost like an Indian-style slaw, so lightly pickled with Indian spices. Some of the other trim that we make when we make the sauce, we take when we press the juice, we use that to make a lentil and carrot pakora. Then we make the chutney running through. That was tomato, carrot, and lentil chutney, and then a garlic chutney as well. And finish that off with some yeast, with some chives, and then finally the sauce. So the sauce is a classic korma. So we get a carrot stock. So we get all the juice from the carrot, and we'll bring that down, and then running aromats through it, and then we just emulsify that with a little bit of ghee and butter right at the end.
Oh my
The
lord.
oil is a coriander and carrot top oil.
Thank you very much. Thank you, chef. The aroma is amazing.
It's just incredible, all the aromats that come, that sweetness and the actual smell of the carrot itself. That's what they really important. But we tend to we get a sack of carrots, we shave off a little bit from each carrot to taste, to make sure it's got the right sweetness, and we choose those ones that we work with, because obviously not every carrot is the same. That's how interesting my life is.
Okay. If you ask me, you need some therapy. Well, do I need to tell you any more? Clearly, they treat the carrot with the utmost, and I mean the utmost, respect. Nothing gets wasted. But take a look. That is a picture. I can't believe I'm actually getting sort of excited about having carrot with a lentil pakora. Why am I getting so excited? I'm getting excited because the aroma. I actually just put that down, and there's another one there straight away. Let's get in. So it's a korma sauce, and obviously lots of carrot puree in there as well, pureed right now. That is the best carrot I've ever tasted in my whole life. Not a part of the carrot, the whole carrot. But what really makes it is this korma sauce. It is so creamy. The oil that's in there as well, that adds another layer. You've got big chunks of carrot. Carrot, as I say, completely pureed down. That's mad. What's this bit here? That's the pakora. Oh, dear me.
This course celebrates the humble potato, and what we work with is the pink fir, so it's an English heritage variety. And the flavours represent the Sindhi community, and it's based on a classic street food snack called aloo tufts. But what we do, we take those flavours and we really play with them. So for the potato, we work with it in several ways. So the potato is fried into the traditional croutons, and we roast it and smoke it as well. We turn it into the aerated cream, the espuma, and all the crispy textures over the top. And finally with some chives, because I personally believe the potato and onion work really well together. Almost like a classic, boulanger potato, right? So we've got that, and then we just look for acidity, a lot of rich elements. For acidity, we've got tamarind, mango chutney running through that as well.
So you've got a little bit of sweet and sour going on.
Yeah, so you've got sweet, sour, spice, and then that rich flavor that you get from the texture that you get from the espuma, and then you've got the crunchy texture from the croutons, and then that waxy note that you get from a really good new potato or a crisp fat.
Perfect.
So best way to eat this is to dig in, try and get as many of the textures on each little spoon. So rather than eating your way down, dig in, make a mess. We don't judge.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Just want to jump in here. I'm not getting special treatment at all. That's what happens around every table. They go around, they explain to everyone, this is what you need to do, this is how you do it. So my first course, vegetarian. My second course is vegetarian as well. I could be converted if this is as good as he's just explained to me. What did he say? Dig in. Let's just dig in. That is really quite hot. Coming close and just see. So it's got the sweet and sour element. The sourness will come from the tamarind. As he said, there's going to be different textures. As you actually dig in, it looks quite juicy underneath. Actually, I'm frightened now. It feels hot. I'm now going to turn into a vegetarian. As the chef has just explained, that's exactly what I've got. The mango is given a nice sweetness, have different textures with the potato. The tamarind then gives you that slight sourness underneath. And then right at the lastminute.com, that little chili kick is beautiful. Look, take a look there. That's what it's about. The style of the menu is changing, so a little palate cleanser. He said it's hollow inside with some liquid, so down in one. Mango. The sweetness of mango, and there's a fair degree of bitterness, which obviously is clearing out the palate.
Right, for our bread course. So this bread course, it's a combination of loads of different influences, but they're lending heavily from Persian influences as well, and then we've got Kashmiri influences as well. So what we've got is the halim, which is a dish that can be traced all the way back to Iran, and still something that they eat today. It's basically, we've taken trim from the mutton, the neck, skins, tendons. We'll braise that down with lentils and grains, and turn it into almost like a meaty porridge, a really savoury porridge. So that's the best way to describe it, is as a mutton porridge. Then on the sides you've got a shorba, which is made with the tendons. So they slowly cook the tendons to draw out all the collagen. Then we infuse that with spices. So a little bit of heat coming through from pepper. Then there's aromats coming through from cardamom, green and black cardamom, a little bit of clove running through that as well. And then finally the bread. So the halim is often served alongside what's known as a shirmal. It's almost like a milk loaf, as we know. So it's a combination of, so this one here is a combination of the classic Portuguese pau, which is introduced to India from the southern part, and then the shirmal, which comes from Hyderabad. So it's a really amalgamation of all my favorite bits from India. And then the butter, we make our own butter with cultured cream. So we turn the cream almost into yogurt, so it don't like it with acidity. And then from the bar, we obviously have a lot of lemon and lime peel. So we turn that into a pickle. And then we make a buna butter, which we then bind into that butter. So basically, it's a fermented buna butter. So obviously, I don't need to teach you how to do bread and air it, bread it, the halim, just enjoy, and then sip on the soup on the side.
Couldn't go through that again for us, could you?
Almost.
No.
I do it about 30 times a night.
No, just one other thing.
What?
I know I dropped my fork earlier on. Am I limited now to?
No, we've got plenty of those.
Okay. And someone took a bite out of my spoon.
The next stuff we've got for you is plastic and rubber, yeah. All right, enjoy.
Thank you very much. Layman's terms, bread and butter, lamb porridge, lamb broth. I do not know how many different elements is in that lamb porridge. There's some crunchiness. Oh, I've got some background spice. Overriding factor you get there is the lamb, but it's kind of oaty, again, oaty flavour, which I imagine is the porridge. Imagine that's the porridge element of it. It's starting to scramble the brain a little bit. So this is lamb as well. You said this is sinews, tendons. I'm just going to drink that. Is that rude? Oh, that's really earthy. It's got an earthy flavour. I'll tell you what actually worked. I'm going to pour that in there in a second. Want some more? Don't need that. Wow. It's kind of a brioche looking piece of bread. That butter made in-house. Oh, well, sweet bread. And it has got that brioche texture to it. But for butter, I've never tasted anything like that. Never tasted anything like that. It has kind of a curry element to it. A little bit blown away. A little bit making a mess. No wonder then. They give me a bib next.
Right, main course. So it's venison, and we work with 3 parts. We work with the saddle, where we get the pink muscle, the actual loin, which we steep in spiced oil and gently roast over coals. The shin, we turn into the kebab, which is closest to you. So that's a Pashtun-style kebab. So it's from the Pakistan and Afghanistan border. And then we've got a momo, which is an Indo-Nepalese style of dumpling made with the neck. So we get all the bones from the different parts as well. So with that, we roast it off, and then the sauce, we have the flavors of a classic karahi. The karahis span quite a wide region from Afghanistan, northern Pakistan, and the Punjab, so northern India. So what we tend to do is try and marry those flavor profiles along the entire journey and build it into the sauce. So the sauce, we roast the bones off, get some nice color on it, then gently infuse that with the classic karahi spices. So it's cumin, coriander that have been roasted, chili, there's a little bit of tomato for acidity, and then finally we put a little bit of bell pepper right at the end.
Lovely, lovely sheen to that, isn't there?
It's just that slow cooking. It's all about extracting all that collagen out. So because we don't use any roux or anything to thicken our sauce, it's just all based on natural collagen.
Beautiful. Thank you. Venison isn't something that I normally order in restaurants because it's rather expensive. In fact, it's very dear. But it's beautiful. That is just beautiful. So I have the momo, which obviously is the dumpling. Look at the colour on that. I don't want to lift this up too much because the sheen is just absolutely amazing on the sauce, the karahi. Let's see, have the venison, which is lightly smoked. And we have the kebab here as well. They've trusted me with a knife. Again, I said I'd be a good boy. So let's get straight into the deer. And try that on its own. You see the cooking on it? You have got to have it rare. There's no ifs, buts, or maybes. You have to have it rare. Well, you don't. I suppose you can actually ask them to have it well done. But if you want to have very nice venison, then... So, as you said, from Afghanistan all the way across. Let's see what the sauce is like. Oh, I've been into Indian restaurants and had karahi before. I've never had it like that. As you said, there's tomato in there, and right at the end, it's got me a little bit of spice. The momo, I'm gonna go with the karahi again. Venison's being minced up. That's the best dumpling I've ever had. And finally, the little kebab at the end. Oh my God. The best. This is the main event. Many of you are going to say, oh, you're going to go for a bag of chips afterwards. Oh, that's mint in there. And again, a lot of spice on this occasion. I am really full up. Look, bear in mind, there's one more. There's a Seb to go, which is Granny Smith apple. I'll come to that. Then yeah, I've had here. My 5 courses is turned into 12 courses. And I am getting full up. Could I actually manage the main tasting menu? I'm not so sure I could. It's a great way to end. The main event is a main event.
Okay, here we have your final dessert. This one is based off a samosa with a spiced apple compote. On the side, you'll find an almond crumble.
Okay.
Finish it off with a brown butter ice cream. On the top, you have a tuile that's been made out of some white chocolate along with some sugar, an apple gel, and a yogurt and cardamom gel. Lastly,
A little bit, no problem. A little bit of drama going on here. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, you missed it. It was all smoking up, but this is the end, and I'm feeling very sad. I am actually feeling very, very sad. I've been in this restaurant 3 hours now. I don't want to leave. I actually don't want to leave. One of the most memorable meals, so easy for me to say, one of the most memorable, I can't say it now, a meal I will never forget. And this is the final act. It's just beautiful. It looks beautiful. I'm going to grab it all. Every element all together. It's coming at me on quite a few different levels. The samosa is actually warm. So everything around it, if you take a look, is all melting into one. The coldness, the hot, the heat, the cold, everything there. But the overriding flavour you're having is beautiful. Apple. Again, the acidity with the apple, the slight sourness, and then the sweetness with the chocolate. Oh my gosh, it's just clever cooking. It's over. It's over. Let's see if I can jump on somebody else's table. Just shuffle in there and just, hello, how are you? Madness. So enjoy and get the bill. And give my thoughts outside. Kind of think you know where I'm coming from here, but I need to just elaborate a little bit more. Got the bill, paid the bill. As usual, I'm too impatient, short attention span and all the rest. So I said, can I have the bill? And they said, yeah. But what they do then, they take you downstairs and you carry on and carry on and carry on. But they gave it to me to take away, so I can get that to take away. I'm also going to take away the menu because this is a meal I'm going to remember for ever. I'm going to be cheeky here. I want to speak to the chef. I just want to thank him. And I think it's only right. Come with me. The chips over then. We won't disturb him just yet. He's actually just on the pass here, so just give me a couple of seconds. Okay. Chef, I'm so sorry to disturb you. Okay, I just want to personally thank you, your whole team, that's the back team, and the front of the house. That was one of the best experiences I've ever had in a restaurant, and I personally want to just say thank you very, very much. And please thank your team for me.
I will do. I mean, obviously, I've got a very young, energetic team who are really passionate about what we're doing, so I'll be sure, evening briefing, I'll be passing on your kind words.
I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for your time, and yeah, all the wish you all the very best as well. You're opening another restaurant, aren't you?
Yeah, we're doing a restaurant just out in Borough. So it's a restaurant based around Lucknow cuisine. So hopefully they'll be back in the spring this year. So yeah, London, here I come.
So I didn't really need to come all the way up to Birmingham.
Well, it's going to be very different. So what I do here is unique. I'll never replicate it.
No, this is just a fantastic experience. Unbelievable. I'm going to tell you now, it's one of the best experiences I've ever had. It's the best experience I've ever had in a restaurant.
Thank you very much. I mean, from the day we opened, I mean, our aim has always been to be the best, and every day is a journey of betterment. And we've got such a young, passionate team to help me drive this forward.
Yeah, it's stunning how young your team is.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, because part of a theme is when we set this up, and you'll notice when you leave, we're right next door to the University of Food. So basically, my aim was to basically invest in the next generation of chefs, because at the end of the day, these guys are the guys who are going to keep our industry going.
Yep.
So I work very closely with UCB in order to give those the young kids the opportunity and the space to grow.
Well, Chef, all I want to say is congratulations to you, your team, and everyone here. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much. So ends a fabulous experience, a fabulous meal. I'm very privileged to have the opportunity to go to a 2 Michelin starred restaurant like Opheem. You can see all the way through, the service levels are outrageous. It was an adventure. It was an adventure that I loved. It was like going up a mountain, and each course came and it's like, oh, we've reached the peak. It can't get better. And it kept going up and up and up. The venison, the main event was absolutely wonderful. But I've got to tell you, the carrot and the potato courses were the best I've ever had in my life. Straight to the bill. 2 of us, £145 each. We had a drink as well, which was a soft drink, which was £5. So I spent a total, including service charge, service was brilliant, £331.88. So it's there. I've taken the memento with me, the menu, because I will remember it forever. The best restaurant I have ever visited anywhere. Been to Longclume, 3 Michelin star. It is just my personal taste. This was the best. It was the best experience I've ever had. I loved every aspect of it. It was totally different to what you get in a normal Indian restaurant. I am very privileged, I am very lucky, and I do appreciate you guys watching. If you like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate it. I'm feeling a little bit sad. No one will let me sit at the table. Yeah, but I'm going back in. I am going to go back in. For one last look. Oh, sorry. You guys carry on, don't worry about that. Sorry about it, thank you very much. Nice people. One last look. I'm going to give you a score, 10 star. It's the best one I've ever been to. It's the easiest 10 star I've given anywhere. Get the opportunity, save up, and I know it's a lot of money, but it's somewhere you'll remember, and I do genuinely mean you'll remember forever. Fantastic. I'm going back in again.